Well, I'm here with one of the official commentators for this weekend, Brian Oliver, who is on pit reporting duty. A lot of you might, of course, remember him from his days, and still current days, covering the ADAC GT Masters and ADAC Touring cars, as well as the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland and Benelux Series. So, Brian, first of all, it's an absolute honour to have you here at Ferrari Challenge. I must say that the outfit really suits you.
Thank you.
It genuinely does. And also, just to talk about the Ferrari Challenge firstly, Andrew Morrow has got 3 wins from 3 races, and I'm not a pundit per se, but I'm going to say it anyway. I've not seen a performance from a young talent like that since the Iron Lynx days in Europe back in 2020, 2021. Do you think this is a similar performance, and if so, does this mean that Andrew Morrow has a potentially bright and prosperous future in sports cars?
Without a doubt, I would say. I mean, it's phenomenal. The bit to take into account is that prior to last year, he hadn't raced anything. And he jumps into a Ferrari 488 car and he's winning pretty well from the get-go. I mean, you saw how quickly he pulled away from H. Sickins after he got past him. Phenomenal driver, phenomenal skills, and I think he's got quite a future ahead of him, yeah.
And obviously this is going to be quite a varied sort of interview, but so I'm moving it on to the sort of opposite side of the Ferrari sports car thing, which obviously is Porsche.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing it up because again it's about talent and it's about Harry King. Because
yes.
I mean, obviously I'm familiar with Harry King. He's come up through the ranks here in Britain. He's established himself in the British Carrera Cup. He's now established himself in German and Super Cup as well as the Benelux Series.
Yeah.
Do you think Harry King potentially is one of those stars that we'll not only see in GTs, but also maybe a potential bid in a hypercar program?
Again, without a doubt, another absolute charger. I mean, last year in the Benelux Championship, he had an utter stranglehold on it, and to win on your debut at Spa-Francorchamps in the pouring rain in Carrera Cup Germany, which is a tough series, to do that first time out, that is no mean feat. I mean, that just shows the incredible skill of the man. And he has another driver who has a big future ahead of him. I think we're going to see him on the top step of the podium a few times this year. He's got Allied Racing with him as well, who are a great team. Jan Kasperlik's bunch. They know how to nurture the talent and how to channel the energy in the right places. I think Harry King is going places without a doubt. Yeah.
And finally, that brings us on to the ADAC GT Masters, which of course you've covered for the last few years. Obviously, this year it's a bit of a new dynamic, really, because obviously it's being run sort of in conjunction with the DTM series, because it's all GT3s, also the GT4 series in Germany. That's basically a feeder series to DTM now as well. So, what can we expect for this year in terms of the manufacturer and team lineups, especially the driver lineups? Because if anything, I think it's going to be one of the best GT Master seasons ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to say at this stage. Obviously, the ADAC's main focus has been on DTM, which starts next weekend at Oschersleben, and a lot of the superstars from GT Masters are now into DTM. We're still waiting for confirmation of who is going to be racing in GT Masters. We've had a few names. Of course, it is no longer platinum drivers are allowed in that, so that will kind of change the whole dynamic, the whole feel of it slightly. It's going to be, I think there's going to be a lot of the young chargers that we've spoken about already are going to be coming through the ranks in GT Masters. It's going to be the great feeder series into DTM. I'm really interested to see who signs up. I know some of the bigger teams are looking at it. Some of the DTM teams are looking at it as a second tier to what they're doing. Still, I mean, it's going to be June before GT Masters kicks off. I can't wait to see what the entry list is like.
Yeah, and finally, just another quick question, and it's about BMW on this one, because I've seen what they've done thus far. And those M4s that they now have are some of, if not the best GT cars around.
Yeah.
Do you think any team with an M4 Beamer in GT Masters, and particularly in DTM, is potentially a championship favourite, or do you think the other manufacturers are also still in the mix?
I mean, you can never discount BMW, can you? And they have such a strong roster of drivers. Of course, the BOP often comes into play as well, so that can level things up as the season goes on. If we're looking at DTM, the season opener at Oschersleben, that's in Schubert Motorsports' back garden. They know their way around there. They're going to be strong there. But I mean, the new BMW M4 for this year, the GT3 cars in general that they're producing are phenomenal. So I think BMW could easily be on the crest of a championship this year.
Yeah, I think that as well. And
Yeah.
also, but still, it's a long way to go in the season, and we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, for
Thank
that,
you.
Brian.
Thanks for chatting.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant stuff as ever. Also, brilliant race today.
Yeah.
Can't wait for tomorrow. And if anyone's wondering, and you missed out on race 1, you can catch up on qualifying, not only for race 2 but also race 2 itself, live on YouTube via the Ferrari Challenge official YouTube site, and also perhaps even on Sky Sports Formula 1 as well. But for me, Brian Oliver, Adam, and the rest of the team here, it's goodbye from Friday and bring on Saturday.